Welcome back to the CACC Network. About to get underway here for Game 2 of this doubleheader between Post and Felician. It was a marathon of a Game 1 leading up to this one, as Felician took it 17-10. And we are now underway as Sebastian Velasquez deals to Medrano. He takes upstairs for ball one. Jose David Medrano reached base a couple of times in the 8th and 9th inning, respectively, in Game 1. Lines that to right field, and making the catch is Max DiFrancesco for the first out. So a hard-hit ball out of the gate here in Game 2. A 7-inning match it'll be, and a quick out. Sebastian Velasquez is the pitcher, the man on the mound for Post. The junior out of Valley Stream, New York. The transfer from the University of Rhode Island. Sporting a 4.35 ERA on the year, 2-1 record. This is his 10th appearance, his 5th start. He surrendered 22 runs, 15 of them earned, 19 walks, and he struck out 28. Pitch is a strike to Walters. Count 1-1. Hayden Walters, pair of hits and a pair of walks in Game 1. And Walters chops that to second. Going to be a tough play. The throw on to first in time by Keller. So 2 up, 2 down for Velasquez. And that brings up Luis de la Cruz, who did the catching in Game 1. Now the designated hitter in Game 2. Walked twice, singled, and doubled in 6 plate appearances. And he takes down low, ball 1. De La Cruz, a right-hand hitter. And the 1-0 on the way. Upstairs, 2-0. Velasquez works quickly, and the righty will deal. There's a strike, 2-1. Good lively fastball. Keller is playing him to pull by shading up the middle. The shortstop Cornwell playing closer to the third base bag. Here's a strike. That is lined up the middle. Dolan grabs it behind the back. Throw on to first in time. A really nice play by the second baseman, Gil Dolan. And it's a 1-2-3 inning in the books for Velasquez. Post coming back when we come back. Bottom of the first inning about to get underway. A quick 1-2-3 inning in the top half for Sebastian Velasquez and the Post Eagles. Chris Laeta, the redshirt freshman, will start game 2. The southpaw from Staten Island, New York, went to St. Peter's Boys High School. Last appeared on April 2nd when 3 innings against Chestnut Hill, 4 hits, 8 runs, 4 of them earned, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Also, on the year, sporting a 3.63 ERA. He's got a record of 3-0. He's walked 25 and struck out 26. Similar lineup today for Post in here in Game 2. It'll be Gil Dolan, Joey Cohen, and Andrew Hartman, the first 1 through 3. Manny Contreras will clean up. Max DiFrancesco will bat 5th over at first. Batting 6th will be Hunter Keller. He moves from the 7th to 6th spot. And then Kevin Diaz bats 7th instead of 8th in comparison to last game. Doing the catching this time will be Andrew Reimstein. He did not appear in Game 1, but then batting 9th once again will be Evan Cornwell, playing short for the second time today. Dolan will lead things off, lefty on lefty matchup to get us going here in the bottom of the first. Again, quick top of the first concluded. There's a strike at the knees to Dolan, 0-1. The third baseman, Curry, on the tip of the infield grass, preparing for some soft contact the other way, perhaps a bunt. That also clips the knees for strike 2. Tony Venturini, who was at first base in Game 1, is now the home plate umpire. J.C. Fernandez moves to third, and Levante Palmer moves from third to first. So the umpires rotate around here for Game 2. 0-2 coming to Gil Dolan. Misses down low. No, they call strike 3. Dolan can't believe it. Has some words for Venturini as he walks back to the dugout. But a 3-pitch strikeout to start us off on Laeta's line. Looked at all 3 pitches for strikes to start the frame. Joey Cohen's next in left field, batting second once again today. Cohen struck out twice and singled in Game 1. Wide open gap in the middle of the infield for him to work with. That's a breaking ball that drops in there for a strike. 0-2. 5 pitches, 5 strikes for Laeta. Game 1 was a wild one. It was a 3-3 tie after 7 innings, and the game ended in a 17-10 Felician win. 17 runs combined in the 9th inning by both teams. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 6 pitches and 2 strikeouts for Laeta. He's 2/3 of the way to an immaculate inning. There are 2 down. Here's Hartman. Hartman, a strikeout, a pair of walks, and a fly to center in Game 1. And there's the first pitch out of the zone. It was kind of spiked by Laeta there. The count 1-0. Hartman not played to pull to the right side. The shortstop, Walters, in his normal position at short, actually towards the outfield grass. So they respect Hartman's ability to go the other way, especially against a lefty, which is a little bit rare. A lot of times, a lot of left-handed hitters will sit inside in a matchup like this. But Hartman now in a hitter's count 2-0 after we've seen Laeta spike the last 2 pitches. 2-0 coming. Pitch in there for a strike at the knees. That fastball is being utilized really well on the lower half. In Game 2, a 7-inning affair compared to the 9-inning Game 1. As that one's dealt outside, Hartman ahead 3-1. On deck is the DH Contreras. Manny will hit if Hartman's able to reach. The 3-1. Strike 2 called. He tossed the bat, Hartman did, towards the dugout like it was ball 4. And showed up Venturini a little bit. It's not the first time a post hitter has not been pleased with the strike zone here in the first inning. See how the payoff works out here for both sides. Laeta, full windup, and the deal, ball 4. That's in the dirt. No debate on that one, and Hartman works a 2-out walk. Now Manny Contreras did the catching in Game 1. He's the designated hitter here in Game 2. Hitting at about a 400 clip. It's the best mark on both teams. OPS over 1,100. Inside. Brushed him off the plate a little bit at the hips. 1-0. Contreras had an RBI single in the first inning of Game 1. That brought Post within a run at the time. He also walked. Flown out to center a couple of times as well. The 1-0 on the way. Checked his swing a little bit, but it's in there for a strike. 1-1. Right side of the infield pretty open for Contreras. Second baseman Polanco playing somewhat close to the bag. To his right. Breaking ball misses outside. It's 2-1. So again, Chris Laeta, 6 pitches and 2 strikeouts to start this inning. Now he's being forced to work a little bit more than he'd like to against the 3 and 4 hitters in this order. 2-1. Just misses the outside corner on the heater. It's 3-1. The first baseman, Max DiFrancesco, waits on deck. Wonder if Contreras is potentially sitting on a fastball here. 3-1 on the way. Missed upstairs, ball 4. Contreras lays it off, and we've got 2 strikeouts and 2 walks to start the bottom of the first. So Max DiFrancesco will follow things up. Another righty that Laeta will face. DiFrancesco walked in the first inning in Game 1, but then struck out swinging his next 2 appearances before grounding out to short and finishing his line at 0 for 4. 2 on, 2 out, first inning. Laeta deals. Outside corner, strike 1. Early to tell, but it looks like we might have a bit of a wider zone here in Game 2 with Venturini behind the plate. 0-1. Fastball in there for a strike. Great location from Laeta that time, and he's back ahead 0-2. DiFrancesco calls time, wants to regather himself. And there hasn't been a lot of pleasure with the zone from both sides early. An adjustment they'll have to make after Game 1. 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. We've yet to see a ball put in play here in the bottom half of the inning. Forces at first, second, and third. 2 on, 2 out. Laeta takes his time and deals. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped, in fact, into the glove of Medrano. So Laeta works himself into and out of trouble. We're through 1, still scoreless here on the CACC network. Is towing the slab once again for Post after a 10-pitch 1-2-3 first inning. He'll face Curry, Bresniak, and Walsh here in the top half of inning number 2. Bryce Curry was trouble for Post in game 1. Walked 4 times and singled as well. Takes a strike. Velasquez in command early. Continuing to work very quickly in between pitches. That clips the outside corner for strike 2. So both Laeta and Velasquez have really utilized the outer half of the plate to get strikes early in counts. Velasquez deals the 0-2. Chopped softly on the third base line, but it'll drift foul. Bit of a chase out in front of that off-speed pitch there from Curry. But he manages to stay alive. Righty-on-righty matchup here to kick off the second. Velasquez, full windup and deal. Ground ball to third. Sliding stop, and the throw on to first. Made by Keller for the first out. 3 straight ground ball outs induced by Velasquez. And that'll bring up Rocco Bresniak, a pair of RBIs and a couple of hits in the first 3 innings of Game 1. Also came around to score. Bresniak starting in right field again for Game 2. 1-0. Up and in, 2-0. Swing and a miss. On top of the fastball there was Bresniak. It's 2-1. The 19-year-old Velasquez transferred to Post from the University of Rhode Island. As that ball is chopped foul behind the catcher Reimstein. Didn't appear there. Has come to Post and has made a name for himself as one of the top arms in the rotation here in the later stages of the season. Getting the start here in Game 2. A key CACC matchup against Felician. 2-2. Ate up Reimstein a little bit there. The count goes full. First full count that Velasquez has dealt with so far today. Again, he's gotten the first 4 outs fairly quickly. 3-2 pitch to Bresniak is grounded foul, third base side, towards the Post dugout. Interesting here. Cornwell, the shortstop, playing a little closer to his right towards that third base bag. That left center side of the field wide open. Tough hop there to deal with for Keller. He'll recover. He'll fire. Probably should have eaten that up, but no harm, no foul. It's going to be an infield hit probably there for Bresniak. It's a tough ball to field. We've seen some wacky hops on this infield dirt throughout the course of the day. They're going to call it a hit, it looks like, as Bresniak is the first base runner to reach for the Golden Falcons. Here's Walsh. Braden Walsh, the first baseman, takes down and away, starting at first base for the second consecutive game. Throw back to first. Checking on Bresniak, but he scampers back safely. Walsh, next to hit, and DeAngelis on deck, who had a pinch hit double in game 1. 1-1, smack to left field, but foul. Out in front of that pitch was the first baseman Walsh, and count even at 1-1. Another throwback. They check on the runner in Bresniak again. Dives back safely. Middle of the infield playing back for the double play. Right side of the infield wide open. As that's fouled back towards the Felician dugout and out of play. It stays 1-2. Throw back to first again. And Bresniak slides safely. It's the third time they've checked on him over there in this at-bat. 1-2 from Velasquez. Nubbed the other way through the right side for a base hit. Off the end of the bat. 1 out single for Walsh. And Felician is set up here in the second inning. 2 on and just 1 out. Another piece of awkward contact off the end of the bat. Kind of took some awkward hops the other way through the wide open right side of the infield. And now an opportunity for DeAngelis to give Felician the lead. First pitch is down and inside, misses, ball 1. Andrew DeAngelis came into the day hitting .301, 14 RBIs. So Velasquez steps off. Felician is asking for a balk, and they're going to get the balk call they desire. Velasquez took an awkward hop off the mound, then decided to throw to Cornwell well after the disengagement. And now the umpires are going to talk about this. It looked like originally that Velasquez made a clean move off the mound, but then he stumbled. And a lot of times when the movement's that awkward, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt, especially when you're checking on a runner. And it wasn't like Cornwell was in position to get back to the bag, because he was playing well off of it. So now it's second and third with just 1 away. 1-0 coming to Andrew DeAngelis. Outside, checked back to third by Reinstein, and getting back safely is Bresniak. Risky move there by the catcher Reinstein to throw behind the runner over at third, but a good connection with Keller to keep him close. 2-0 on the way. High fly ball to center. Diaz drifts back. They should get a run in. Diaz dives, and he can't make the play. 1 run is in. Here comes Walsh. He will score. It's going to be a 2-run double for Andrew DeAngelis as Diaz stumbled in center. And it looks like he couldn't hold on to the baseball. It's 2-0 Golden Falcons. So Velasquez is confused. Looks like he's trying to argue that he caught it. Lots of commotion on the field here as the umpires are going to meet all three of them. Palmer, Venturini, and Fernandez to try to discuss what the ruling is here. Again, DeAngelis rounded first like that ball dropped in. The real question is, if the ball was caught, did Walsh leave second base early? I think Bresniak waited until contact was made with the glove to leave third. It's all going to come down to what the umpires saw. There's no replay. And Diaz got a tough read on that ball in center. The real question is, did he make the catch? Because the umpire's playing so close in the infield, paying attention to the base runners, on an awkward play like that could be tough to keep track of the baseball. Oh, an elongated conversation. They're going to say he's out. And it's a double play. No run score, so Diaz made the catch in center. And because Walsh left too early, they're able to appeal to third and grab the out there. Some good defensive awareness by Post, and they escape the inning unscathed. We're still seeing some Felician coaches and Post coaches both expressing some anger in the play. Trying to figure out, the game should still be scoreless. I guess they have to decide if the run's going to count that Bresniak scored. If he crossed the plate before Walsh touched third, then the run should count. Lots to work out here as Coach Langen of Felician still talking with the umpire crew. It's Levante Palmer who's talking to a pair of coaches right now on the first base sideline. So the inning is over. That's not the debate. We're trying to still see if a run's going to be on the scoreboard here. As Chris Laetta's back on the mound, he's going to take his warm-up tosses soon. Right now it appears it's just 0-0. So it's 8-5 double play as it stands. And no runs come across to score. And now a run's on the scoreboard. So I guess they're going to say it's a sac fly for Andrew DeAngelis. And then they're going to rule that Walsh left second too early. And was thrown out 8-4. That's almost as unconventional of a double play as you'll ever see. But Felician does come out of it with the lead, which explains why Post sideline or Post dugout was so frustrated with the end result. Because even though they got out of the inning, the run was still awarded to the Felician offense. Let's see how Post responds. It's going to be interesting to see if they can put up a fight against Laeta, who looked pretty dominant. 3 strikeouts. Struck out the side despite walking 2. He's got 6, 7, 8. in the Eagle order. Starting with Hunter Keller, and then Kevin Diaz will follow. There's a fastball strike. Laeta features a fastball and kind of a 12-6-ish curve. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. There's that curveball. He waves right through it. It's 0-2. Laeta shakes off and now delivers. Fastball in there, strike 3. Back-to-back innings where Laeta has started off the inning with a 3-pitch K. 4 outs and 4 strikeouts for the Felician southpaw. So now Kevin Diaz, who just went through that wild adventure in center field, as the first pitch is taken down low, ball 1. And it turns out his stumble and his commotion on the play is the reason why, in all likelihood, that the double play was turned, because it bluffed, or at least faked out Braden Walsh into thinking the ball was down on the grass, as that's fouled away. And that's to the benefit, because the run scores anyway, if that's just a clean catch. The wind clearly took that ball in all sorts of directions, and Diaz was able to still come up with it at the end of the day. He's dealing with a 1-1 count from Laeta, with 1 away, nobody on. Fastball outside, 2-1. Diaz singled and doubled in game 1. He flies that one to right field with foul out of play, 2-2. We've still yet to see a ball put in play through the first 6 hitters against Laeta. 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. Displaying some high velocity on his heater today. 2-2. Breaking ball that was shanked up and away, and the count worked full on the post center fielder. Payoff pitch inside, ball 4, and Diaz works a 1-out walk. That brings up Andrew Reimstein. Did not see action in game 1, starting behind the plate in game 2. Pitch on the outer black for a strike. So now 4 strikeouts and 3 walks to the line for Chris Laeta as he delivers against the 8-hitter in the order. Timeout here for Laeta to tie his shoe. Lefty also pitching with a 1-0 lead. As he faces another righty in Reimstein. 0-1. Upstairs. Laeta's not conventional in the way he pitches with a runner on. He still takes his time on his delivery to the plate. His out-of-the-stretch delivery not as quick as a typical pitcher. Confident in his ability to deliver the ball from the mound to home in a quick enough manner. Swing and a miss. On top of that was Reimstein. And you can kind of see when he has that high leg kick before his delivery, he takes a quick glance over at the base runner. Wonder if we'll see that pickoff attempt at some point. Diaz a threat to go. One, two. Just missed upstairs. 2-2. Another righty at the plate where we've seen this Felician defense kind of play away from that third baseline. Bryce Curry giving him plenty of room over there if he pulls it fair. Down the white chalk. 2-2. Cracked into deep left center field. Chasing is Iaquinto at the wall. It'll bounce up off the wall. Diaz hustling around third. He's going to get the wave. There will be no throw home. It's an RBI double for Andrew Reimstein in his first at-bat of the day, and we're tied at 1. Some of the best contact we've seen from this Post offense throughout the course of the day today. And they've come back to tie the score at 1. Now Evan Cornwell, the shortstop, batting 9th for the second consecutive game. That's grounded foul, third base side. So the first ball put in play off Chris Laeta is a screaming double into the left center field gap that ties the game for the Eagles. It's their first hit of the day as well here in Game 2. Third baseman Curry moves to the tip of the grass now for the 9-hitter Cornwell, who could potentially bunt here. He also has the right side of the infield wide open if he goes the other way. Reimstein leading off of second, slowly extending it. Got a big secondary as well. And he takes outside ball 1. Laeta struck out Keller looking on 3 pitches to start the inning. Then he walked Diaz despite getting ahead in the count early, and then gave up the double to Reimstein, and we're all of a sudden tied again. 1-1. Breaking ball missed in. And it's 2-1. Down in the dirt and inside, a great stop by Medrano. Count moves to 3-1. 4 strikeouts for Laeta, but he also has 3 early walks. He's going to have to tie a shoe again to that left cleat. And the 3-1. Taking all the way upstairs, ball 4. And it's a 1-out walk for Cornwell. And the top of the order will come back to the plate here in Gildolan. A conversation with Post third base coach and umpire Tony Venturini here. It's like Cornwell's being sent back. So Cornwell, it appeared, had walked, but he was sent back to home. Now a conversation again between umpires. The count still says 3-1 on the scoreboard. Race Gold looking for the explanation, but doesn't really get one. We're going to have a 3-1 to Cornwell. So 3-1 the count. Rhymstein still off of second with one away. Lietta deals. Popped foul. And now the count full. Already a lot of controversy in this game, rolling in the bottom of the second. Payoff pitch. Upstairs, ball 4, and now Cornwell does work a walk. So no harm, no foul at the end of the day. And now Gildolan will come up to the dish with 2 on and just 1 away. Have a meeting on the mound here for Felician as they find themselves in a bit of a jam. Dolan struck out looking on 3 pitches to lead off the bottom half of the first in the previous frame, trying to redeem himself with a potential RBI hit of some kind. Although Lietta's also already walked 4. We're not even through the second inning. Similar issue to what Post's pitching had in the first game. Too many walks. We're seeing that from the lefty Lietta here on the Felician side in game 2. So let's see if Dolan can make 2 on this opportunity. Can 2 on, 1 out. Game tied at 1. Both teams with a run in the second. Rhymstein off second, Cornwell off first. Dolan swings and misses. And a pitch over the plate, it's 0-1. Curry playing close enough to where he could be prepped for the bunts. But doesn't look like that'll happen with Dolan swinging away on the first pitch of the at-bat. The 0-1. Fouled back to the screen, 0-2. And Lietta, in a big spot, gets ahead of the leadoff hitter. And the second baseman, Gil Dolan. If you're just joining us, Post just tied the game. And an RBI double into the left center field gap by the catcher, Andrew Rhymstein. Evan Cornwell then worked a walk to follow. A go-ahead run on second for the Eagles here in the bottom of the second. 0-2. Fouled back the other way towards the left side. It'll remain 0-2. Breaking ball struck him out. One of the best pitches we've seen Lietta throw so far today, and there's 2 gone. Second strikeout for Dolan. So now here's Joey Cohen, also struck out swinging in the first inning. Again, Lietta struck out 2 on 6 pitches. As he deals low, that gets away from the catcher Medrano, and both runners will move up. So Rhymstein to third, and Cornwell to second, and now a base hit for Cohen could give Post a 2-run lead. Going back to the first inning, again, Laieta struck out the first 2 hitters on 6 pitches. He was 3 pitches away from an immaculate inning, but then he made things difficult, walked the next 2 hitters before striking out Max DiFrancesco. He'll have to get a big out here again with the game tied and 2 on. Joey Cohen sees that pitch outside, 2-0. There have been moments in this game, it's early, where Laieta's looked unhittable, and then moments where he can't find the plate. Right now a hitter's count for the left fielder, Cohen. Pitch. Misses high, 3-0. Now look at the question. Does Cohen get the green light? With 2 away and 2 runners in scoring position. Game 1-1 tie. No shift on the defense. That one misses low and the bases are loaded. 5th walk for Laieta. Again, this is the 12th hitter to come to the plate in this game. Only 1 batter has put the ball in the field of play. 5 strikeouts and 5 walks for Chris Laieta, and we're not even through 2. His pitch count is really getting up there. It's up to 47. 1 2/3 innings in. Hartman goes to left field, and the catch is going to be made by the left fielder DeAngelis to retire this side. Post gets even, though. We're tied 1-1 onto the top of the 3rd. Top of the 3rd underway. Sebastian Velasquez back on the mound. Just 28 pitches on his line so far. He'll face 8, 9, and 1 in Miss Felician order. Polanco, Iaquinto, and Medrano due up. That pitch is chopped off the glove of Velasquez. He recovers and backhands to first in time. What an athletic play by the righty Velasquez to get the first out in the first pitch of the inning. Ernesto Polanco booking it down the line. Would have been a tough play for Dolan to come in and make it second. But Velasquez says, I'll do it myself. Gets out number 1. Iaquinto bunts it down the third base side. On to first is Keller. 2 pitches, 2 outs. So after game 1, where we had some innings take almost an hour, Sebastian Velasquez gets the first 2 outs on just 2 pitches, a ground out to himself, and a bunt ground out to the third base side that Keller cleans up. And now Jose David Medrano will bat with 2 down. Let's see if he takes all the way here, and Velasquez just delivers a fastball in there. Yep, he does. Count 0-1. Medrano lined out to first sharply the other way to start the game.
Michael, plug this.
A 1 pitch. Chop foul, 0-2.
I doubt the transmitter died. We'll take this battery and bring it out there.
What's that one like? Did it charge or something?
0-2 pitch. Fly ball, shallow right. DeFrancesco giving it a look, and he runs out of room. Medrano played left field in game 1, doing the catching in game 2. And he's going to call for time. And Velasquez is going to get a new baseball. Oh, 2 to Medrano. Grounded to short. Cornwell, couple of hops, fires to first in time. It's a 5-pitch third inning for Sebastian Velasquez. On to the bottom of the third. Still 1-1. On to the bottom of the third. Sebastian Velasquez with a 5-pitch top of the third. His offense will try to reward him with some runs, perhaps. In the bottom half of the frame, it'll be Contreras, DeFrancesco, and Keller. 3 or 4, 5, and 6. The lefty Chris Laeta back out there. 5 strikeouts and 5 walks for him to start this game. Breaking ball. Bends in there for strike 1. It's been all about control in this game so far for Laeta. When his breaking ball is working like that, he's going to be in control. That's flown into deep right. Moving in, though, now is Bresniak, and he makes the play for the first out. So Contreras retired on 2 pitches, and that brings up DeFrancesco. DeFrancesco struck out swinging with 2 on and 2 out in the first inning. Comes up here with 1 out and nobody on. There's a strike. Infield playing at a normal depth. Outfield in their normal spots as well. Misses down and away, 1-1. DeFrancesco and then Keller, both of them strikeout victims in their first at-bats today. Hit the other way and threw for a base hit. Post has been able to utilize that right side of the infield a little bit more of late. And DeFrancesco picks up his first hit of game 2. Second hit that Post has collected off of Laieta so far today. Now Keller will come to the dish with 1 on and 1 out. Fastball strike. Laieta still doing a good job at getting ahead to start counts. Looking for that ground ball double play to get himself out of the third. In just a 7-inning affair in game 2, still tied at 1. Shows bunt. Keller, the offer at it. Looks like it's going to be a ball 1. Count 1-1. Looks like he pulled that back very late. But just in time. 1-1 coming from Laieta. Shows bunt again, pulls it back. It's low. Back pick to first is not in time. So DeFrancesco off the first after a single through the right side. 2-1 coming to Keller. Fouled away to the right side, 2-2. So far, 5 walks and 2 hits surrendered by Laieta. Also the 5 strikeouts to come along with it.
I think the battery died.
2-2. On the way. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase at the pitch, down and in. Nasty breaking ball again from the lefty. His 6th strikeout is the second out of the third. So now Kevin Diaz comes back to the plate. Walked and scored in the second inning. His run came on Andrew Reimstein's RBI double. Went from first to home. Way up and in, or down and in that is. It'll allow DeFrancesco to take second. Tough ball to block. Here's the 1-0. In there, strike 2. Or strike 1, that is. Apologies. DeFrancesco scampers back to second. Right side of the infield, open again. Pitch misses down low. And Diaz ahead 2-1. Pitch count up to 61 here in the third inning for the lefty Laieta. Two one. Misses high. It's 2-2. Or 3-1. So 3-1 coming to Diaz. DeFrancesco off of second. If Diaz reaches, Reimstein will come back up to hit for the second time in 2 innings. 3-1 to the center fielder. Popped up. Shallow center. calling for it and making the catch is Polanco to end the inning. Well, he got to work himself out of trouble. We're on to the fourth. It's 1-1. Top of the fourth inning about to get underway here at Municipal Stadium. Jeremy Goldstein on hand. Thanks so much for tuning in. 2, 3, and 4 coming up for Felician as they try to gain the lead with the game tied at 1. Walters, De La Cruz, and Curry. Walters grounded to second his first time. And Felician recently retired in the top of the third on 5 pitches. So they're looking to make Sebastian Velasquez work a little bit. He's already at just a pitch count of 34 through 3 innings of work. Jacob Schrage, the post starter in game 1, had over 90 pitches by the time 3 innings had elapsed. So a lot more economical Velasquez has been. There's a strike.
Yeah.
1-1. Misses high. It's 2-1. Velasquez yet to concede a walk. He gave a back-to-back hits to Bresniak and Walsh back in the second inning before allowing the run on the sac fly. As that's popped up left side. Going to be a tough play. Cornwell moving towards the line, and he made the catch. Stumbling into foul territory. Cornwell comes up with it for the first out. Takes dedication. That is not always the shortstop's ball, but Keller couldn't locate it. It was a long way to run in for Joey Cohen, and Cornwell able to make the running catch, then stumbles past the foul line for the first out. First pitch to De La Cruz is in the dirt for ball 1. De La Cruz going to call for time. He also grounded out to the second base side his first time up. Pitch from Velasquez. Fastball right over the plate for strike 1. And the 1-1. Fouled back. 1-2. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. De La Cruz down on strikes. Just the first strikeout for Velasquez, and there's 2 down. Bryce Curry now steps up with 2 away. Curry grounded to third his first time. And he grounds that foul third base side. The 0-1 into the dirt, 1-1. It's kind of been a polar opposite day for both Velasquez and Laeta. Laeta's made his living off of walks and strikeouts today, while Velasquez has gotten a lot of soft contact and a lot of help by his defense. Just 1 strikeout, no walks today. There's a strike 1 and 2. And the 1-2 to Curry. That's popped up. Reimstein will give it a look, throws his mask away, and cannot make the catch. He overran it a little bit. Almost fell into the dugout. Tough play to read, but he appears to be okay, thankfully. And it'll stay a 1-2 count to Curry. One, 2. Outside, count even, 2-2. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Velasquez, who's retired his last 7 hitters. On to the bottom of the 4th, still 1-1.
Be a man. For what?
Somebody's got to get on the camera before the inning starts. About 40 seconds. I don't care who. Someone's got to be out there 30 seconds.
I had your gloves at least. Do you want to slide over it?
On to the bottom of the 4th, Chris Laeta delivering his warm-up tosses as he gets ready for a 4th inning of work. Still waiting on someone to break the 1-1 tie. It'll be 8-9-1 for the post order, but here's the man who delivered the 1 RBI. for the Eagles today. Andrew Reimstein, a double into the left center field gap. Obviously 1-for-1 on the day. As he'll face the hard-throwing lefty, Laeta. Infielders really shading to their corners. That middle of the infield again wide open for the backstop. And Reimstein takes a strike. Fastball in there. One. After the ball in the dirt. Reimstein, Cornwell, and Dolan due up for post in the fourth. That just misses the outside corner. Reimstein breaks ahead 2-1. There's a strike. Laeta really likes to work that outer half with the fastball against righties. See if he tries to use the breaking ball to put away Reimstein here with nobody out. The delivery. Chop to the right side. Tough hop, and it goes past the second baseman, Polanco. That's going to be an E4 as Reimstein reaches. We've seen some ridiculous hops on the infield dirt today, but that one Polanco just seemed to overrun. And Post has their leadoff hitter on base once again, this time in the fourth. Here's Cornwell, worked a walk his first time up. Reimstein sliding with a bigger lead off of first. He'll be checked on by Laeta, but dives back safely. Seeing Curry play all the way now on that infield grass, preparing for a potential bunt. Pitch. Shows bunt, but the pitch is outside. Back throw to second. And diving back again safely is Reimstein. So Cornwell displaying the bunt. Ahead in the count 1-0. Pitch. Bunt is hit in the air towards the first base line and dropped foul. If Walsh got a better break on the ball, he might have had a chance to catch that, but had a late jump on it. So the count moves to 1-1. One. Shows bunt, pulls back for ball two. Two-one. Another bunt on the display. It's bunted down the first base side. Throw to first is in time. What a reaction by both Walsh and Polanco after Laeta fell down. Polanco came to cover and gets a crucial first out. So a sacrifice bunt executed by Cornwell, and now the top of the order returns with Dolan, who Laeta has struck out twice, both swinging and looking. Meeting on the mound to go over some strategy here as Dolan looks to finally put it together against Laieta. It's a tough matchup for him, lefty on lefty. Potentially we see him set the table for Joey Cohen. At the very least, move Reimstein up 90 feet.
No. Unless you have like a high-end equipment.
Yeah.
Gil Dolan up for the third time. Swings and misses at a pitch up and in. And the first at bat of the game for Dolan, struck out on 3 pitches looking. Went down swinging in the second inning. A chance to drive in the go-ahead run in the bottom half of the fourth. 0-1. Breaking ball clips the outer corner. 0-2, and Dolan had something to say to Tony Venturini. He has not been a fan of the zone so far today. He's down 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Just missed below the knees. It's 1-2. Aggressively using the fastball there was Laieta. But Dolan able to lay off. Joey Cohen, the righty, waits on deck. 1-2. Just got a piece to stay alive. And the 1-2. Bounced in there for ball 2. Recovering there was Medrano, who originally lost location of the baseball. As Dolan, who got off to a quick 0-2 hole, has evened it back up at 2-2. As he tries to keep battling here against Laieta. Tough lefty on lefty matchup here. And the pitch. Breaking ball just didn't come down in time. A little bit above the belt, and all of a sudden it's full, 3-2. And the payoff. Fouled away left side. Dolan, who was retired quickly his first 2 times up, really battling here in at bat number 3. Go ahead run is Reimstein. He leads off second with 1 away. 3-2 pitch. Misses high, ball 4. And as excellent a walk as you could ask for, worked by Dolan. It's the 6th walk issued by Laieta. And there's 2 on now with 1 away. Looks like that might do it for Chris Laieta. He's going to give the ball up to head coach Chris Langen, as that marks the end of his day Relief coming on for the Golden Falcons when we come back. Post hitting, 2 on and just 1 away. Joey Cohen will be at the dish. Jackson Walsh is the new arm for Felician as the right-hander delivers his warm-up tosses. Walsh, a 9 ERA on the year. The redshirt sophomore from Milltown, New Jersey. This is his 9th appearance, all of them in relief. He does have a save on the season in 11 innings pitched. He's walked 7 and struck out 6. Last appeared for Felician back on May 25th against Bridgeport. Pitched an inning and a third. Surrendered 2 hits, no runs. Walked and struck out 1 apiece. And just a couple of rough outings for Walsh this year, including his first appearance of the season back in February against East Stroudsburg. He gave up 5 hits and 5 runs and didn't record an out. That's kind of the reason why his ERA is so inflated. Also gave up 4 runs against Jefferson. But you take those appearances away, he's allowed just 2 runs in 6 appearances. Well, he comes in at a big spot, facing the number 2 hitter in the order, Joey Cohen. With 2 on and just 1 out. Infield preps for the double play. Corners in on the tip of the grass. And Walsh is kind of showing the dugout his glove. I wonder if something is wrong with it. Maybe it broke somewhere. As we still wait for the first pitch to Cohen, who is 0 for 1. He struck out and walked. That's the story of Laetta's outing. 6 strikeouts and 6 walks in 3 1/3 innings and just allowing the 2 hits. We'll have to wait for the end of this inning to see what his final line will be. All depends on if these 2 runners come around to score. But now it appears like we're ready to resume play. Bottom of the 4th inning. It's still tied at 1. Felician in a bit of a jam. Post trying to take advantage. He'll throw back to second, not in time. And the pitch to Cohen. Breaking ball misses out, 1-0. That one's chopped foul, third base side. Count 1-1. Reimstein, not the biggest threat to go. Probably likely we'll see the double steal brought on to play here. Reimstein just 1 for 3 in stolen base attempts as the lead runner. There's a strike, 1-2. Great location on the fastball. One, two. Grounded foul again, third base side. Count stays where it is. Another 1-2. Cohen able to lay off the breaking ball down and away, even 2-2. Two on, one out. Post trying to break the 1-1 tie. 2-2 to Cohen is spiked into the dirt. Medrano loses it, and the runners will advance. A wild pitch from Walsh. And now a payoff pitch coming with both runners in scoring position. Big delivery on the way. Line drive off the glove at short of Walters. Both runners stay put, and reaching first is Cohen. That's going to be an E6. A costly one at that as well, because that would have been the second out. Instead, the bases are loaded with just one gone. And now the most dangerous part of the order, the duo of Hartman and Contreras come to the plate. Hartman 0 for 1. He's lined to left and walked. Has a chance to deliver the go-ahead blow, and he deals high. Walsh does 1-0. On a cold day, sometimes those balls are hard to hold on to on the line. Walters had that go off the tip of his glove. 1-0 pitch. Popped foul out of play, 1-1. Forces it all bases, so a ground ball could see a delivery home if there's time to get Reimstein. All depends on the jump he gets. Infield does not play in because a double play does get them out of the inning. 1-1. Grounded to short. This could be two. There's one. Thrown up first. Got him by half a step. It's a double play. Hartman can't believe it. He thought he was safe. And the 6-4-3 double play is turned to get Felician out of the inning. All three runners stranded as we go to the top of the fifth. Still a 1-1 tie.
It shut off and then it says 0. It shut off and then it says 0, and then I turn it back on and then it shut off again. Yeah, because it's so freaking cold out and we've been out there for 6 hours. So what we need to do is move stuff around again. Replace that, take the battery from up here, plug in another transmitter. I don't.
Yeah, but I thought it was something else.
Top of the fifth inning. It's been an eventful, low-scoring game here at Municipal Stadium. Post with the bases loaded. Grounds into the 6-4-3 double play. Very close play at first base. Probably could have been called either way. Watching it live. But now to the top of the fifth. Bresniak, Walsh, and DeAngelis due up here in the frame as Velasquez delivers a fastball swung on and missed by Bresniak for strike one. Bresniak singled his first time up in the second inning and came around to score. That one upstairs. Count 1-1. Felician with 2 hits. Post with 3. It's like Reimstein's going to have to get some replacement for his catcher's equipment.
Dude, we're not going to be able to have a stream if this goes too much longer because everything's done. It's too cold.
Looks like Reimstein's equipment has been adjusted. We'll continue with the 1-1 count. Again, still tied 1-1 on the game. Velasquez deals. In off his fists. Off the inside of the bat, it's fouled away, 1-2. One, two, chop foul. Bresniak stays alive. No base runners since the second inning for Felician. That's the only inning where they've provided any traffic on the base paths. Velasquez has retired the last 7 he's faced. Make it the last 8 as Bresniak's down looking. All 3 strikeouts Velasquez has recorded today have come in the last 3 hitters he's faced. Walsh lines a base hit to left field. So that breaks the skid of 8 straight retired for Felician. As Walsh picks up his second single of the afternoon. Now DeAngelis, who had the weird sac fly back in the second inning where it looked like Kevin Diaz might have dropped the ball in center, excuse me. He'll show bunt, pitches a strike. Nonetheless, he is 0 for 0 still with the RBI. Looking to keep the line moving for Felician here in the 5th. Throw back to first. Almost pulls DeFrancesco off the bag. Walsh back safely. Oh, 1. That gets away from Reimstein. Easily getting to second is Walsh. Took a turn towards third as well, but he'll stay put. Now a runner in scoring position for Felician for the first time since inning number 2. As they look to potentially take the lead. Velasquez in trouble for the first time in a while. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Waved at a pitch in the dirt. Good break on that one from Velasquez. 1-2. And the 1-2. Grounded to the right side, goes foul. Past the first base bag. DeFrancesco was in the best spot for it. Kind of guarding the line, but goes out of play. Another 1-2. Almost hits him. That gets away from Reimstein. And on to third goes Walsh. A pair of wild pitches by Velasquez here in the fifth. And a ball in the air could give the Golden Falcons the lead here. Infield will now move in. They will not willingly give up the run on a ground ball. 2-2, 1 out. Off of third is Walsh. Velasquez out of the stretch. The righty delivers. Fly ball left side, out of play. Two. Chopped to the first base side. Thought about going was Walsh, but DeFrancesco will tag the runner in DeAngelis, and staying put is Walsh to a very productive out there by Velasquez. Got the ground ball he needed. Now there's two away. So now Polanco, who grounded out back to the mound his first time, looks like he's going to be called back for a pinch hitter. Nicer Sanchez, who was the DH in game one for Felician, going to pinch hit. Sanchez walked 3 times in that game, but didn't pick up a base knock. Let's see if the pinch hit move works here in the top of the fifth for the Golden Falcons. Walsh off third, 2 away. The pitch from Velasquez. Checked his swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Says home plate umpire Tony Venturini. It's 0-1. Velasquez certainly a tough pitcher to come off the bench and face after not being involved in the game all day. 0-1. In there for strike 2. Velasquez quickly ahead and a strike away from escaping the jam. The 0-2 upstairs, 1-2. Changing the eye levels there probably is Velasquez. Infield playing Sanchez to pull. The second baseman Dolan onto the outfield grass on the right side. With the shortstop Cornwell playing almost as close as he can to the second base bag. The third baseman Keller playing far away from the third base side. 1-2. Dropped in there for strike 3. Velasquez pumps his fist and walks off the mound as he gets out of trouble. On to the bottom half of the fifth. We're still tied 1-1.
to tell Jared his camera died so he can come in and just stay.
Oh, yeah.
Did it die?
Is that 0?
Maybe we could switch this battery out again. We just don't have another place to. I don't think I have another place to plug. Unless I can find an extension cord of some sort. One thing I'd unplug would shut down the stream. Because we do have another place I could put it, but it would shut the stream down.
I know, that's the problem.
Colin Kratzer is the new pitcher for Felician to start the bottom of the fifth. So Jackson Walsh gets the last 2 outs of the fourth. And that's the end of his line. Kratzer, an 11.37 ERA, a junior from Freehold, New Jersey. Went to Avon Old Farms High School, 6'2 righty. Last pitched against Chestnut Hill on the second. 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, and 2 strikeouts. It'll be Contreras, DeFrancesco, and Keller. 1 hit, 1 run, 3 hits for both sides. In a low-scoring affair here in Game 2. Bottom of the 5th inning. Felician displaying their 3rd pitcher of the day, or of the match that is, as Contreras swings and misses. Today's DH is 0 for 1. He's walked and flown out to right.
The thing we'd have to unplug is the board, and then everything would shut down. Unless we unplug that.
There is a strike. Breaking ball comes back in. And the 0-2. Way outside, 1 and 2.
Where'd that other dead battery go?
Mike, do you know where the other battery is?
The dead one?
1-2. Misses outside, 2 and 2. So they're falling behind early. Contreras back in the count.
Oh, is it over there? There should be 2 dead ones. Besides that one.
Does Lisa have it still, or?
Oh, yeah, she probably does. She switched it. She went out there and the other battery's still in the.
And the 2-2. Popped up. Right side. Who's going to get it? Braden Walsh calls for it and makes the catch for the first out.
Plug that camera entirely in case we need that battery somewhere else now.
Oh, true, yeah.
Because it's at 56.
That'll bring up the first baseman, DeFrancesco, who struck out swinging his first time, but then singled to right in his 3rd inning at bat.
Yeah, right.
Pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Colin Kratzer. Starting off the first 2 hitters he's faced ahead in the count, 0-1. This one a little bit low. And outside as well, 1-1. Infield again, leaving the middle wide open. Any ground ball towards the second base bag would get through. One. Swing and a miss. Late on the fastball was DeFrancesco. It's 1-2.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Before.
So then I can swap out.
Kratzer delivers the 1-2. Misses low, laid off as well by DeFrancesco, count even to 2-2. And Kratzer, the third pitcher used by Felician after a game one where the game lasted over 4 hours. Lots of pitchers were used on both sides. 2-2 offering. In there, strike three called on the outside corner. 2 away. Hunter Keller now to the plate with 2 men out. As Kratzer looks to come in and deliver a 1-2-3 frame. It'll be 9-1-2 for Felician in the top half of the 6th after this. We're going to get their better hitters up to the plate one more time. There's a strike. A 1. On the outside corner, 0-2. Kratzer doing a great job of starting ahead in the count against the hitters he's facing. Now putting himself in early holes. Strike away from the 1-2-3 inning is Kratzer. Getting ready to deliver out of the full windup. And the righty deals. Fouled away. Defensive hack keeps Keller alive. If he were to reach, Kevin Diaz would follow. Did he go? No, he did not. Medrano immediately pointed to Levante Palmer over at first, asking for the check. But it did appear that Keller held up. It's 1-2. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that one. And the side is retired. 2 strikeouts out of the bullpen for Kratzer. We're on to the top of the 6th. Still tied at 1. On to this top of the 6th, still in a 1-1 tie between Felician and Post. Game 2 of today's doubleheader. Thank you for tuning in with us all day long. Jeremy Goldstein on hand. 1 run and 3 hits for both sides following a 17-10 Felician win in Game 1. 9-1-2 coming up against Sebastian Velasquez, who remains in the game as the starter for Post. And Thomas Iaquinto takes ball 1 outside. Iaquinto bunted out to third in what was a 5-pitch inning for Velasquez in the top of the 3rd. He's ahead 2-0. Iaquinto in center field today for the Golden Falcons. He did not come into the game in Game 1. wearing the batting glove on the right hand, none on the left. 2-0. Chopped foul. Iaquinto, Medrano, and Walters do up. So somebody like Iaquinto reaches. Somebody like him with his speed, it really sets the table up for the top of the order. 2-1 from Velasquez. Misses a little high, and the hitters count now for the lefty, 3-1. Velasquez again continuing to work quickly in this one. 3-1, line foul, pass first. And the count full. Iaquinto well out in front of that one. Three-two. Lined. Off the glove it goes of Cornwell. The throw to first. Not in time. Both teams now have had shortstops not be able to catch line drives off the glove. And Iaquinto able to beat that one out despite the great recovery by Cornwell. That should be an E6. So Felician gets their leadoff man on. Here's Jose David Medrano as DeFrancesco just saved an E1. Shows bunt. It's bunted foul. Iaquinto, 6 for 7 on stolen base attempts this year. Definitely a threat to go. Hitting just 205 this year, so getting him on in that spot is key. Post would love the double play ball. That bunt is dropped foul, so 0-2. That should probably force Medrano to swing away here and take the bunt out of the equation. So the corner of the infield, they'll still play in but move back a little bit back towards the dirt. While DeFrancesco will play closer to the first base bag and keep Iaquinto close. Pitch outside, throw back to first is not in time. Reimstein really aggressive, trying to pick off runners from behind the plate. Reimstein the 1 RBI for Post today. The RBI double to left center in the second inning. That tied the game. Jose David Medrano doing the catching after being in left field in game 1. 1-2. Poked to the left side off the glove of Keller. We'll see how they rule that. Another tough hop on the infield. And Felician has their first 2 hitters reach here in the 6th. It'll be a base hit from David Medrano. And it's first and second now with nobody out for Walters. Hayden Walters 0 for 2 against Velasquez this evening. Grounded out to second, popped up to short. And the pitch, he shows bunt. Bunt is foul. Seems like these hitters they know it's a cold day, prioritizing just scrapping runs across in a late spot like this. And the 0-1 shows bunt is Walters, pulls it back, but it's strike 2. Velasquez trying to get a big strikeout in this big spot here in the 6th. Runners lead. The 0-2. Line right back to second, and they double off Iaquinto. Amazing play by Gil Dolan to leap up and make the catch and get to the second base bag. Iaquinto was caught lagging off, and that's a big double play for Velasquez in this post defense. That changes a lot as here's De La Cruz, takes up and in. Gil Dolan in the perfect spot. That ball was hit hard. If Dolan is a little more to his left, that probably gets a run in. But a great athletic play to put Post back in a good spot here in the top half of the inning. De La Cruz takes a strike. Pitch is low. De La Cruz is grounded out to second and struck out swinging, all against Sebastian Velasquez, who's looking to complete his 6th inning of work. Runner goes. Pitch outside. Throw to second. Is in time. Reinstein put it on a hop, and Dolan applied the tag to end the inning. A defensive display by Gil Dolan to get Post out of the inning. We stay tied at 1 on to the bottom half. Bottom of the 6th inning, prime opportunity for Post to capitalize after a Houdini act to escape trouble in the top of the 6th. Felician had 2 on and nobody out. Hayden Walters lined into a double play on a rocket to second to Gil Dolan, unassisted. And then Gil Dolan also applies the tag on Jose David Medrano trying to swipe second base. Colin Kratzer back out there for the bottom of the 6th. He deals ball 1 to Kevin Diaz. Diaz 0 for 1. He's walked, scored a run, and popped out to the second base side. And the 1-0. In there for a strike at the knees, 1-1. Kratzer, a 1-2-3 fifth inning in relief. Struck out 2 and got a pop out. So trying to build off of that against the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Or 7, 8, 9 hitters, excuse me, in this post order. 1-1. Grounded to short. On to first, and in time is Walters for the first out. So 4 up, 4 down out of the bullpen for Kratzer. And that brings up Reimstein. Reimstein catching here in Game 2 after not appearing in Game 1 as the lone RBI and the lone extra base hit for Post on the game this afternoon. Takes a strike. Reimstein has also reached on an E4, so he's been on the base paths after both of his at-bats today. Trying to get on for a third time and spark something. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Big cut by Reimstein. He's going to call for time. It's 0-2. Going to retie his shoe. Oh, 2. He swung and missed, and it hits him. And Reimstein goes to first. Looks like Medrano and Kratzer are trying to say if it hits him, he can't advance. And yes, he's out. Tony Venturini signaling that Reimstein has to go back to the dugout. And they're 2 away. So Reimstein strikes out on a pitch that hits him up high. And that brings up Cornwell. Evan Cornwell has walked and delivered a sacrifice bunt, so yet to register in that bat today. And he chops that up the middle. Going to be sliding as Walters is through for a base hit. It gets by the center fielder, Iaquinto. The throw to second is not in time. A hustle double. Rather a single and an E8 for Evan Cornwell. And a runner in scoring position with 2 gone now for the top of the order in Dolan. What a storybook this would be. Gil Dolan, after the defensive display he put on in the top half of the inning, now has a chance to deliver the go-ahead RBI in the bottom of the 6th. Base hit to the outfield should get the job done. First pitch misses outside from Kratzer. If Dolan does come through with the RBI base knock, would prove Iaquinto's error to be pretty consequential. 1-0. Fastball strike at the belt. Dolan does not like the call. And that's flown into left and will go foul. Zion Fraser is warming up for Post in the bullpen. Could see him start the 7th. Zion Fraser, a transfer from Stony Brook. Junior. 1-2. Did he go? No, he did not. The count 2-2. Dolan has struck out twice and walked. He hasn't put a ball in play yet in this game. Two. Outside. And the count was worked full. If Dolan were to walk, Joey Cohen would follow. And the payoff coming from Kratzer. Fouled away. Fastball in the outer half. Good defensive swing there by Dolan. And the payoff. Flowing to left again. Giving it a look was DeAngelis, but it goes foul. Another 3-2. Did he go? No, he did not. It's ball 4. And Dolan walks for the second time today. Now Joey Cohen, who is 0 for 2. He struck out, walked, and reached on an E6. Kratzer trying to work out of trouble. Post trying to take the lead. Pitch. Strike. Fastball. 0-1. Oh, 1. Missed up and in. It's 1-1. Cornwell off of second. Dolan off of first. Both base runners a threat to go, but unlikely to see that with the RBI opportunity and 2 away here in the inning. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Behind the fastball there is Cohen, and Kratzer, for the second straight hitter, a strike away from escaping. Both teams have flirted with the go-ahead run over the last couple innings, but neither have been able to get them across. Another chance for the Eagles to do so here in the bottom of the 6th and get the save opportunity in the top half of the 7th. 1-2. Fly ball, shallow right. Gonna be trouble. Walsh into foul territory. Slides, but he can't make the catch. And the count will stay 1-2. Wind really messing with that one there, as it has with so many balls in the air throughout the course of the day. Cohen will see another 1-2. Again, Cornwell leads off second. Dolan off of first. A ball in the gap could give Post 2 runs. Cohen chokes up on the bat. Kratzer deals, and barely getting a piece to stay alive is Cohen. Might have tipped it off the hand of Tony Venturini right there. Count will stay 1-2. Post staff will take a look at him as Medrano and Kratzer use it as an opportunity to collaborate. Looks like he's okay, thankfully, as we get ready to head back to play. Kratzer taking circles behind the mound, trying to keep himself warm, I'm sure, prior to another big pitch. Kratzer trying to keep the tie intact. Cohen trying to give Post the lead. Late stages here in Game 2 of today's doubleheader. 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss! Fastball for strike 3. And we stay tied at 1 as we head to the 7th. Back soon here on the CACC Network. Bobby's back out for the 7th. It's De La Cruz, Curry, and Bresniak.
I really hate when the players start getting like that. I just started yelling, shut up and play. Stop. There's no need to chirp. You know, one game.
said was up? Is up?
On to the top of the 7th. Despite Zion Frazier getting loose in the bullpen, it will be the starter, Sebastian Velasquez, being thrown out for the 7th inning again. Game 2 of doubleheader, so it's a 7-inning game. However, we still have a tie to break. But it will be the heart of the order for Felician. And the Golden Falcons got their first 2 runners to reach in the 6th, but a line out into a double play and a caught stealing disrupted that effort. Post themselves strand 2 in the bottom half of the 6th, so now we move on to the 7th. De La Cruz takes a strike. Luis De La Cruz struck out swinging and grounded out to second in both the 4th and 1st innings of play. Takes down and away. Ball 1. It'll be De La Cruz, Curry, and Bresniak. Definitely the toughest leg of the order to get through most of the time when facing this Felician team. And the pitch from Velasquez. Chopped to left side and threw for a base hit. It'll split all the outfielders before getting cut off and left. Although De La Cruz not hustling, he'll just limit himself to a single. Would have been a tough double to stretch regardless. And once again, Felician with their leadoff runner on in the 7th. Now Bryce Curry. Also 0 for 2, ground out to 3rd and a strikeout swinging. Frazier is throwing again in the post bullpen. We'll see how long Velasquez's leash is. At a pitch count of 81. He's been economical throughout the day. Pinch runner is on for De La Cruz. It's Hayden Simmons, who we saw active as a pinch runner in Game 1. Pitch down and in. Velasquez glances at first. Simmons extends his lead. Runner stays put. That's grounded foul. Long look in. 1-1 by Velasquez. Popped up. DeFrancesco calls for it and retires Curry for the first out. Rocco Bresniak is next. 1 for 2. He singled to score a run, and he struck out swinging. See if with 1 out now they'll send Simmons. Reimstein has proven he has an arm behind the plate. Throw back to first is not in time. Velasquez has been working quickly in between pitches throughout the day. He's definitely taking a lot more time now with the runner on first. Pitch. Chopped to third. This could be two. Throw to second for one. On to first. Not in time. Bresniak just able to beat it out. And that'll keep the inning alive for Braden Walsh, who's 2 for 2. Walsh with a pair of singles, including an RBI. Or not an RBI, excuse me. Just a pair of singles on the day. The RBI came on the DeAngelis sac fly. Andrew DeAngelis waits on deck. There's a strike. Great action on the breaking ball. Oh, 1. 0-2. Velasquez a strike away from giving his team a chance to walk it off.
It would be so fitting.
0-2, runner goes. Pitch is down and away. Reimstein tried to throw too quickly and lost the ball to the backstop. So advancing to second is Bresniak, and now a base hit could give Felician the lead. Again, Walsh is 2 for 2 already today, but in a 1-2 hole against Velasquez. Both hits singles to left field as well. Runner in scoring position here for the Golden Falcons. As Velasquez tries to put this away and give his team a chance to walk it off. Bresniak leads off the second base bag. Velasquez delivers. Chopped towards third, but foul. As Walsh hangs in there. 1 run, 5 hits for Felician. 1 run, 4 hits for Post. Long look in here by Velasquez. Another 1-2. On the way. Swing and foul tipped back to the screen. It'll be 3, 4, 5 for Post in the bottom half of the inning, their best side of the order. Bresniak off the back at second. Takes the secondary. Pitch. Chopped foul. Walsh stays alive. Another 1-2. Did he go? No, he did not. The entire Post infield was walking off thinking that was strike 3. Instead, it's teamed off the plate in the count 2-2. Another pitch coming to Walsh, the 2-2. Line into right center field. It is going to be... Did Diaz catch it? He did! And saves the game for the Eagles. Another spectacular catch in center by Diaz. And we stay tied at 1 on to the bottom half of the 7th.
7 innings and you lost. It would just be like so fitting for this to go to, extras. It's coming. Oh, no. If he caught that, it's going to. I just want to go home. Maybe get in my warm house.
The 7th. Here at Municipal Stadium, the game tied at 1. Kevin Diaz keeping the tie intact with the lunging catch out in center field. It'll be Hartman, Contreras, and DeFrancesco coming up for post. Andrew Gendy's the pitcher on the mound for Felician. He did appear in game 1, but ended up just throwing the 12-pitch inning instead of finishing the game because of the offensive explosion by Felician in the top of the 9th when they scored 10 runs. So that allows him availability for game 2. They were able to preserve him for this very moment. He's going to try to get this into extra innings for the Golden Falcons. Hartman coming off a double play 6-4-3. If he beat it out, it would have given Post the lead. It was a very close play at the first base bag. There is an outside corner strike. It's been a long day of baseball. Game 1 started at 12 o'clock. It's 7:08. As that pitch misses down and in, 1-1. In the final inning here of game 2, but potentially extras on the way. That outside, 2-1. Hartman, after the tough strike 1 call, works his way ahead. Again, Contreras and DeFrancesco follow. The 2-1. Misses high, 3-1. Post would love to get the leadoff runner on and add pressure to Gendy here. 3-1. Ripped foul. 3-2. Fouled away again. We'll see another payoff. Aside from the double play, Hartman has walked in line to left. He's had a lot of good at-bats today. And Gendy, the top reliever in Felician's arsenal, arguably. The ERA under 3. That is ripped to right field and down for a base hit. Blanco will throw it in. And the leadoff man is on for Post. We're going to get a pinch runner. Rene Vega is going to run for Hartman. So Rene Vega the third is on. Jesse Alfalo will hit for Contreras. Looks like Alfala in for the bunt. Throw back to first is not in time. Again, Vega, a threat to go. Vega 3 for 3 on stolen base attempts on the season. Vega extending his lead slowly, shuffles off the bag. Bunt is down. Gendy will flip to first for the first out. Vega into second safely. Brings up Max DiFrancesco. Runner on second, one gone. Righty deals. Upstairs, 1-0. Gendy delivers again, misses the outer half. DiFrancesco ahead 2-0. The first baseman has struck out twice today, but also has singled to right field. A single to right in that same spot with Vega, the third speed, could win it. Gendy delivers, misses high, 3-0. You have to wonder, is the red light on? Obviously, a walk, his runner, wouldn't necessarily matter. But it would keep the line moving. 3-0. Inside ball four, a 4-pitch walk to DiFrancesco, who pumps his chest as he goes down the first base line. And that brings up Keller. Hunter Keller has struck out all 3 times he's been up in this game. Once looking and twice swinging. 1 base hit can change the outlook on his whole day. And we're going to see a meeting on the mound here as they'll discuss strategy. For just joining us, it's been a 1-1 tie here in Game 2 since the second inning. Both teams with 5 hits apiece. Andrew Hartman led things off here in the third, or in the 7th, that is. With a single, Rene Vega, the third pitch, ran for him, advanced to second on the sac bunt by Alfala. And then Max DiFrancesco, the first baseman, works a walk. So 2 on, 1 out. That does give Felician the force at first, second, and third. So a ground ball could get Felician out of the inning. And again, Keller yet to put the ball in play today. 3 strikeouts in his 0 for 3 line. After Keller is Kevin Diaz, who might be the sole reason why the Felician run total is only at 1. Middle of the infield, playing in for the double play. Towards the second base bag. Gendy delivers. Pitch. Misses high. 1-0. Again, Gendy appeared in Game 1. Pitched a scoreless frame, but they didn't have to use him in the 7th because of the 10-run top of the 9th. Didn't have to use him in the 9th, that is. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Big cut at a breaking ball that ends up in the dirt. 1-1. Infield now playing back behind the bag. That one fouled away. Right side, 1-2. One-two pitch. Grounded. There! Down the third baseline! Here comes Vega. It looked like it hit off the bag. He was getting the wave around third. It's going to be a foul ball. That was so close. Almost hit the bag over at third, which would have indicated fair. Instead, we'll do another 1-2. The pitch to Keller. Gendy, a long look back at second and deals. It hits him! Square in the back. And the bases are going to be loaded with one gone for Kevin Diaz. Looks like it got Keller in the hand rather than the back. Very painful place to get hit, especially on a cold day. And Gendy now in some trouble. A ground ball you'll likely see go home just due to the fact that a double play that's not executed would end the game. Kevin Diaz today has walked, popped to second, and grounded to short. A hitter that's very tough to double up. Diaz, who made the diving catch to keep the tie intact in the top half of the inning, now has a chance to be a hero on the offensive side. Here we go. Just one gone. Gendy in a jam. No more free passes are allowed. Vega off third. DeFrancesco off second. And Keller off first as that pitch is fouled away. Oh, 1. In the dirt, great block by Medrano to keep the game alive. Anything that gets by him will likely wrap it up. One from Gendy. Outside, 2-1. Pressure building on the right-hander to find the strike zone. Two-one pitch. Misses the outer half. It's 3-1. You have to wonder if the red light's on for Diaz. Just make Gendy throw it over the plate. Here we go. The 3-1. Ball 4 in the dirt. Vega will touch home plate and post his walk-off winners here in Game 2. Diaz, the hero, both in center field and at the plate, as the Eagles salvage a split here in the CACC doubleheader. Sebastian Velasquez gets the complete game win. The loss to Andrew Gendy. That'll wrap it up for us here on the CACC Network. Felician and Post split things at 1 apiece. We'll see you next time. Right here. I bought that so bad.
Oh, because we still got to do an interview.
Yeah, I know.
No, you're good. You're good.
Test,
One,
test.
2, 3, 4. We're good. Jeremy Goldstein here with Sebastian Velasquez, one of our players of the game. Sebastian, 7 complete game innings in a 2-1 win. Talk about what was working on the mound. It seemed like the fastball and the breaking ball were both effective.
Yeah, I had pretty much everything. Four seam, sinker, slider, curveball, splitter. Just trying to fill the zone, let my defense work. Keep everybody involved, keep everybody on their toes. So yeah, that kind of worked for me today.
Definitely a great variety on display. Obviously a tougher doubleheader today with the cold weather. Talk about what you do to maintain the feel of your pitches throughout the course of 7 innings like that.
Just trying to stay warm in between innings. Staying focused on the game, trying not to, zone out, trying to stay locked in as much as possible.
Yeah, and obviously a tough, high-scoring loss in Game 1. Talk about what it means to be the anchor behind the win in Game 2.
I mean, it was a team win overall, Couldn't do it without my defense. Timely hitting, timely ABs, being patient, being aggressive at the same time, taking what they give us, and, just staying the course.
Yeah, before I let you go, talk about the effort, Kevin Diaz. You mentioned your defense, the 2 great catches in center, the one in the second inning and the one to arguably save the game in the 7th. Talk about what it was like pitching, in front of him.
Knowing that these guys are out there behind me, I feel confident just throwing it over the plate and letting them play defense. Kevin's one of the best center fielders in the league, and, I feel confident with him behind me.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Jeremy Goldstein here with one of today's players of the game, Kevin Diaz. Kevin, you made your mark behind in center field and at the plate today with the walk-off walk. Talk about the difference between the feelings of making a big play again on both sides of the ball. Let's start with the diving catches in center field.
Yeah, I'm Kevin, representing Post University, and I want to take this opportunity, and I thank God for putting such an example like Jesus to be out there. That's who I follow, and Jesus Christ be praised. And back to your question, you know what, bro? Like, it's as simple as just working hard. You know, I see those plays when I'm practicing, I'm shagging, I'm visualizing myself. You know, it's just, I guess if you want to call it a diary secret, it's out there. Like,
Yeah.
it's just that.
And then your last plate appearance, the walk-off walk. Obviously, you're facing a good pitcher out there in Gendy. What was your approach to the plate with the bases loaded, knowing he probably had to throw strikes to keep the game alive?
Yeah. Hey, shout out to that pitcher, man. You know, we're out competing, we're out trying to win. You know, I think he wanted to strike me out. You want to keep the game going, and I wanted the game to end. So, so that's just what it was, brother. You know,
Yeah.
just staying consistent. Shout out to Coach Ray, you know, for always being on top of me on, you know, just developing, being a better player, being a better quality player, like he would say if he was here right now. Yeah.
Well, my last question is, we just spoke to Sebastian Velasquez through a complete game today, and he credited that to his defense, saying he always trusts throwing the ball over the plate because he knows you guys are out there. What is it like defending for a pitcher like that?
Yeah, you know, my brother, you know, I'm so glad I got the opportunity to come to Connecticut. I've met a lot of great players like Sebastian, the whole team, my family, my brothers back at home. Please don't be jealous. You know what, brother? I think it all goes down to you know, what we do off the field. You know, I think there's times where he's big bro, I'm big bro off the field, and it just creates a bond. You see, like that boy right there who just said hi to me from down there.
Yeah.
Just like that. Shout out my boy Gil. Just like that.
Clearly such a tight bond on this team. Congratulations on the win, Kevin. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, brother. Thank you. What's his name?
Yeah. Oh, Jeremy.
Jeremy. Kevin.
Yeah. Congratulations again. Great.